With the finals brand new mid-season patch, we got a ton of community updates and feedback. I'm gonna go over every single one of those, including the brand new developer livestream, where we got some teasers of the future, and even some additional context to previous mentions, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up, World Utopia here, back with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. First and foremost here, we'll check out the developer livestream and get all the updates and details that happened with that one. This recent one, of course, as usual, has Oscar present and has been labeled Super Cashball Dev Stream. One of the first mentions here actually hits back onto some OSU stuff. Again, just trying to keep you guys into the know with that one. Where we had a question here asking, do we know when the OSU Drink is coming and will it be available in NA? Embark Janice actually does hit on this one. She is on the community manager's social marketing team, so this one hits right up her alley, and she said that they'll reveal all the information soon once they have it. Obviously, time will tell with this one overall. My guess is we're going to get some more information or even the reveals at the majors, or even closer to that date. At least that would be my assumption there overall. Next up here, Embark Rob actually did join up in this stream, and he actually did give some comments on a future game mode in LTM, where he went on here to say they have a super fun, light-only game mode, and that Matt Lowe, after playing it, cried tears of joy. Obviously, Rob couldn't leak too much here, but it is safe to say they have a ton of modes planned. After the Super Cash Ball, it seems like they're really honing in on this, and I absolutely love that. Which, to hit on another note here, I actually had a comment about this as well, but there's a Reddit post here even talking about this. It says, Cash Ball makes me upset. I've only played 2 games, and I absolutely love it. Why doesn't Embark add more modes for fun LTMs? Can we please get a featured playlist that just rotates the old LTMs? As I did mention, someone else commented on my video about this from Chicken C10, who went on to say everyone should push for rotating game modes like Halo or other games. Imagine all Season 1 plus game modes in a weekly cycle. I'm 100% on board with this. In fact, I really hope they actually do lean into this more. I think bringing that casual element to the finals is really going to help with player count, at least in my opinion. So I am hoping for this eventually, especially with Super Cash Ball. I am going to miss it when it does leave. Next up here, we had a question surrounding World Tour rewards and ranked rewards, if those would ever return. Since we had old battle passes returning, they were wondering if that was going to be like reused as a reward from previous seasons. Rob actually does hit on this again. This was brought up before and he did answer this. But he does mention that ranked or World Tour, those rewards will never return. They have talked about a token system where players can actually choose their diamond or ruby skin. Essentially, if you do reach those ranks, you'd be able to choose, seems like what weapon you'd want it on, or even what you'd want to utilize the diamond skin for. He also hits on they haven't decided anything yet, but that wouldn't be for background. Which makes sense that it wouldn't be for backgrounds or badges. You couldn't claim that you're a Season 6 Ruby player and get a Season 7 badge. That's at least if you were able to save up tokens and use them in the next seasons. I think that could be cool, although it does take a little bit away from the uniqueness there. Although at this rate, they might run out of weapons and things to give Ruby to. I could see why they're going to the drawing board with this one, though. This one's really good, and something that I was going to ask in my QA. Still might change up the question here to add some uniqueness to that, but Red Monster does say here that Embark, will there ever be a possibility to change their trophy to make it look more like us? So essentially your elimination trophy when you do get eliminated and it goes on the ground. Rob answers this one saying they have a light, medium, and even heavy in a dev build, but they can't use the full third-person player with cosmetics due to performance reasons. One day perhaps, but they doubt they'll ever get that working with all the customizations that a character has. And he does mention that they're always going to be team colors, so the customizations wouldn't matter there as much. He does say that he has an idea with this one. We'll have to wait and see on this. Again, I'm going to try to still ask this question during, hopefully, my dev Q&A. I'll take the ones I currently have and rephrase it and tweak it just a little bit, but I'm sure we can get a little bit more out of them. This next one here, I feel like I could give a tiny bit more context on, as I've had some back and forth talks with Mr. Newts. He does ask here, are there any specific requirements to become an Embark partner, or is it just mostly case-by-case discretion? He does say here, or is it just picking names out of a hat? To which, no, they're not just picking random names out of a hat. I definitely hope that's not at me. Embark Caroline does answer this one, though. She goes on to say that they currently don't have much information on the program, but they will share more very soon. I could say at the very least here, they are working on things and gearing up for that program. I can't really give too much details there, and I wouldn't worry too much, as Caroline does say here it's happening very soon, or at least they'll share more information very soon. Again, when there's more public details on that, I will share it with you guys. And to Mr. Newt's comment, even though I know it was a joke about Oscar picking names out of a hat, the list of names on the Embark Partner Program is very small overall, and it does seem like they are very specific on certain criteria there, so it isn't like they're just tossing it out to anybody. I've been in a lot of partner programs like that, and I've even been in ones that have major issues with botting channels. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff, but I've seen pretty much all of it now at this point, so I totally understand Embark being a little bit restrictive there with that. That does cover it for the chat section of the live stream. Moving on here, we had 2 mentions that happened in the audio section, or at least that was verbally said during the stream. Just a really cool fact one here, the Super Cash Ball actually had 3 weeks of playtesting prior to its launch. Basically explains why the mode feels much more polished than past experiments. I definitely agree there, it does feel really balanced, and I really do feel like each teammate plays their part, or each kit does as well. They also did mention this, and this was kind of jokingly teased, but they mentioned something like a cash ball tournament. During the stream, they jokingly hinted at a player draft, essentially with one player getting called out. As mentioned, this was kind of played off as a joke, but they might hint at a real tournament possibility in the works. That is 100% pure speculation, so take that one with a grain of salt. Although, as somebody that did play Griffball technically professionally, I did actually play Griffball for 9 seasons in a pro league. So any of you old heads out there that actually did play Halo 3 back then, this one does hit close to home, so I certainly hope there is something eventually. I 100% could see that. I've missed Griffball so much, and unfortunately, since Halo 3, they just haven't gotten it right. I know some people started with Halo Reach Griffball, it just wasn't the same, and that's just me being honest. Don't want to rant there too much, but I certainly could see one of these modes popping into some sort of tournament thing. And honestly, at this point, Super Cash Ball would definitely be one of my picks. Now that does cover it for the entirety of the community stream, or at least any of the highlights that I did pick up on. Moving on here, we had some additional community mentionables. This first post here talks about just tell me why I can't use this strip as 2 separate parts. Basically that they want the red top, but they want to be able to use different pants with it, which is a bit odd because a Season 3 Battle Pass outfit actually does have this in 2 parts, as they showcase here, where the other one on the left only has it in 1 part. As someone mentions here that if the upper part was separated, they would buy the pack. I get this one is probably lower on the priority list, but I do hope they kind of had that separation usually. I get it can't be done for every single outfit with clipping issues or anything like that, although at a certain point I do think that should be user dependent. Again, I get this one is probably lower on their priority list, but I hope we see some more outfits that have these kind of separated if they don't change or fix this one. Speaking of cosmetics, we have this post here talking about different types of hair that were fan art or fan creations, although the interesting part of this post is a comment made here, where Lawfulness brings up when will they add this? And it's a showcase that in the Rockability set, there actually is a hair that we don't have currently. It's slipped through a few times while them showing unreleased assets, and for some reason they just haven't released this one yet. Definitely seems super odd, although they have teased previous cosmetics before, like Dee Dee being the head runner from the launch, and just finally making it into the game recently. So hopefully we do see this one sometime soon as well. I actually do think this is one of the better hairstyles in the game, so I am hoping they add it sometime. Next post here is a fair warning to some players that shouldn't buy the locked battle passes. Now I do believe prior to this update you weren't able to do so, but this person, going off their comment, they had a Season 6 pop-up in their For You for purchases. They had a weird icon here where they were able to buy the Battle Pass or a previous season Battle Pass just like before, where that new Legacy Battle Pass system is in play. You can buy the older ones if you didn't own them. However, they were able to buy the Season 6 Battle Pass, which you shouldn't be able to because unfortunately that one isn't unlocking for quite some time. In fact, it says it unlocks in 50 days, but it's actually a lot longer than that, as it actually is 2 seasons behind from the previous. So Season 6 won't be able to be bought until Season 9, so it actually is quite a lot longer than that. Definitely hope that they can narrow this bug down and fix it, and hopefully refund those that have been affected. But for now, you should not purchase anything that looks like this icon, which is weird. It even shows a gun skin, but that definitely does seem like a newer bug. Last up here for our community mentionables, we had a tournament that looks to be happening, where 8 teams are competing for €2,000, and apparently this is the finals first LAN in Europe. This one is being hosted by Pulsar Gears. Pretty cool there. It starts on August 9th to the 10th. I looked up to see if they have the exact time when this is happening, but currently it looks like there isn't anything as of yet. So when they drop those details, I will be sure to let you guys know. Under the last one here is they also did drop the video for the Lotus Reaper set. If you saw my previous video from yesterday, I did showcase off that store skin. They have now uploaded that video to the Finals YouTube channel. Of course, as always with the last minute mentionables, we do have those from my community. First up here, I'm still doing giveaways. Yesterday, I gave out a $10 multi-bucks code, and I will do the same today as well. So if you want to, you can head to my Discord and go to the giveaways channel and get a chance to snag a $10 multi-bucks code. As per usual, we do have those features from my Star Models page. That includes this first one here from Haster. This one was actually in a reply to someone else that posted another one that made it to the Star Models page, and he said that I think my medium contestant might be the long-lost twin separated at birth. They do actually kind of mirror each other in a cool way, and I really love the white and orange on this. Don't see these color combos a lot. I think this one works really well. Next up here we have one from Flack. Again, this is when the tiger mask was in hot commodity. I am really far behind. I am trying to catch up as best I can though. But yes, this outfit does work and looks really good. Third up here we have one from Vicky Villix, who says, here's a summer smasher. Nice little beachwear, pretty funny, and it does play really well on each other, using all these watermelon or lemon on a stick cosmetics.
Lemon on a stick!
Fourth up here we have one from Adam Jesse, calls this one the CNS Soldier. Man, the color codings are really good this batch. Love how the purples and blues mirror each other in this one. Definitely fitting for CNS. Last up here but not least we have one from Clips by Steve YT, and he labels this one The Eye. Works very well for those Season 7 cosmetics. And again, loving the color combination with this one too. Overall, it's about covered for today's video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and until the next one. Deuce!